G'day guys, Sean Savage here from Streaker Marine. We've got one of the most popular boats that's produced in Australia. It's the Quintrex 420 Busta. This boat's been kitted out with quite a few options. So I thought it was a good opportunity for two reasons. One is to show you the options that this boat's been fitted with, and also it's a blowy day out there today at Port Phillip Bay. We're going to really put this thing to its test and see how it truly performs in that bigger water. So one thing I want to show you initially when we look at this boat is this custom-made cover that we've made for it. So we do these internally at Streaker Marine. It fits directly under the gunnel. It's purposely built to suit this boat perfectly. Anywhere that there's any type of friction, there's internal stitching with carpet in there to stop any type of friction. But my favorite thing about this cover is how simple it works. So all we need to do is open up this Velcro here. We have two ratchet tie downs. These are the ones that go under the gunnel the whole way through. We simply release those, and that releases the tension off the cover, so we're ready to take the boat off. The covers are a real big advantage if you're leaving the boat outside, or if you're towing with the boat, especially when you're gonna load some gear up inside there as well. Now, before we take the cover off, I will show you a few features on this boat that I think the customer has set up really nicely. The first one is the painted hull. Quite often you'll see the Bustas that'll be an unpainted boat. The customer's gone for the stripes, he's gone for the painted hull, it looks really sharp, and he's also gone with the I-beam aluminium trailer. Now I like that for two reasons. One is it drives on and off a lot nicer than the typical 749 light trailer. There's two versions, just to make that clear. The light trailer is a C-section, it's a lighter material, it doesn't have the same drive-on section. This is our I-beam, alloy wheels, a fancier trailer. It doesn't have brakes because the whole package is under 749 kilo, but it's a very, very nice equipped trailer. We also have at the back here, the heart of the boat, it's the Yamaha 40 horsepower. It is a 40, isn't it? Yep, 40 horsepower 4-stroke. We're a Yamaha dealer. We believe in what we sell. We love our Yamaha products, and we're about to see how well this boat performs. But we really feel maximum horsepower on a boat like this is a big advantage. And the way that this customer set up his boat, why wouldn't you? So we're gonna take this cover off just quickly. One thing they also do on the covers, just to make it a little bit easier, is a little strap either side, just to keep that tension nice and tight. That comes off. We're going to go through the boat. I'm about to put it in the water. Then I'll do a personal walk through the features the boat has, and we'll go hit it out in the bay and play around with some waves. So here we are in the water, all ready to go. The first things you notice with boats these days, especially if you haven't been in boats for a while and you're used to the 2-strokes, etc., is just how quiet the new 4-strokes are. Yamaha are building unbelievable products. They have since day one, but their new 4-strokes are just a fantastic product. The first thing I love about the Yamahas is the reliability. You know when you buy a Yamaha product that you're getting Japanese technology that's just been sort of almost over-engineered to make sure your end user gets just such a great experience. We have our forward, neutral, reverse. So right now we're in forward. We've got neutral, so we can rev the engine, and reverse. So let it die down, reverse, and off we go. We have our key ignition, so engine off. Turn the key, engine start, our safety lanyard, which we'll put on. So that will be a kill switch. So if I fall over, that'll immediately stop the engine. So it's important that we wear that, especially when we're solo boating. Turn the key, off it runs. We have just here our power trim and tilt. So I can adjust the height of the engine and how it's performing for depthness in the water, for draft, for actual performance off the boat while we're underway and the balance of the package. And then we also have a idle trim adjuster here. So you can see just there, we've got up and down. That means that if we're trawling and we're trying to get the exact right speed, we can change the RPM in small increments here and just adjust the RPM to the exact right speed while we're traveling. One other thing we have is a steering dampener. Engine was a bit light for me then. I've tightened up that steering dampener, so I'm going to get just a little bit more tension and feel out of the boat. Let's talk about some of the things we've done here at Streaker Marine to make this boat pretty special. One of the things we've done just to utilise as a family and a performance boat is made the front casting platform also a bench seat. So we've fabricated our own upholstery cushions that are done via a just simple Velcro, so they're easy to remove. But when we're boating with the family, we've got plenty of room and seating positions just along there. You can see the Fusion entertainment speakers at the front there that we've fitted. We've got this custom side pocket we've made. So the side pocket itself is actually a standard feature in the boat. It's that carpeted top, stereo, USB, 12 volt, VHF, and our switch panels. So we've come up with that just to make it a really clean, factory looking setup there for our 12 volt gear. We also have our sounder, which we'll turn on in a moment. Now the cool thing about the sounder on this one is it can face us as a driver, but if we're fishing off the front, we can loosen this off, spin it around and have it facing forward. So if we're fishing off the front here, we can see what's going on. And then when we start traveling, we'll spin it back around, so we'll get our information here. We do have a bimini cover that's been custom made. The same guy that made the towing cover has made this bimini cover, and it's all fitted so it works together. You don't have to take one off to do the other and etc. I've got that in its stored position at the moment, which is going to suit me. And we're just going to have a little break for a minute. I'll turn the video back on when we get closer to the bay, and we'll put this baby to the test. All right, we're out in the bay. It is rough, as expected. We've actually had some pretty nasty weather the last couple of weeks, so the bay hasn't recovered. The camera never shows you what we're sort of dealing with, but you can see here, typical Port Phillip Bay down here in Melbourne. It's short, it's sharp, the waves are close together, and they sort of stand up there a metre, if not metre and a half, like metre and a quarter maybe. We're in a 4.2 metre boat, remembering that, one person in it. So balance and stability will be pretty impressive if the boat handles well. First thing I'm seeing though, is we're stopped here at rest. We've got the side of the hull against the waves, and we're incredibly stable. I'm gonna stand up here. Look at that. So I'm standing, and probably wouldn't have thought I'd be able to do that. But you can see here just how wide the front of that back of the boat is. That width of the boat generates its stability, and the depth of the boat keeps us nice and safe. So let's have a look. There's some bigger boys coming through there. That's a nice wave right there for sure. Let's have a look on the side of the hull. Now remembering I'm sitting on the side of the hull as well right now. So there's one person in the boat that's leaning right over. You can see just how much depth and internal freeboard and external freeboard the boat has when it's resting out here. So it's got the stability that if we're going to be casting and fishing lakes, rivers and estuaries, happy days, happy to do it. But if we're out in the bays and coastal waters, I'll tell you what, she's a bit of a beast so far, but let's turn the key and see how good it actually goes. And see how nice we've made all this gear here. You know, that side pocket looks fantastic. We've got our 24 litre fuel tank at the back here. 2 batteries on board. So one battery is here with a twin battery switch. Remembering here is a front casting platform. It's got internal storage and a secondary battery there as well, which is really cool for a 4.2 metre boat. That separate anchor well. All right, let's do this. So I'll plug my safety lanyard in neutral, turn the key. All right, see how we go, eh? So I'm gonna try and sit up a little bit just so maybe we can get a better aspect of what's going on. A better view, I'm sorry. Well, one moment. All right, fire up that motor again. In gear. Okay, so hopefully that's a good view. We can see our sounder there. Beautiful front casting platform. Let's get this boat on. Let's just cruise for a sec. Sit on our, 4 or 5 knots. Just cruising around. It's one thing at this speed is you'll see if you get much spray over the bow there. It's something that's a lot of concern for a lot of people is if I take my family out in this boat, how wet are we going to get? Typically, you're going to get wet at a slow speed. So we can see here, we're punching straight into them. There's a big boy coming here. I wouldn't mind seeing if we can get this blade hull in action. Look at that one. She's tall. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? I don't know if you guys saw that, but that's a big wave. And this Busta is just absolutely loving it. So let's get back over here. I haven't had a drip on me so far, and I'm doing everything sort of wrong. So now we're gonna just get it up so if we were coming home, we could safely, see that's a big wave there. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a genuine sort of thumper. All right, so let's go. Up on the plane. A little bit of trim. We're doing 14 knots. Don't ask me what that is in kilometers an hour. Let's say about, I don't know, 26, 28, something like that. Here's a big wave. Look at this one. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's pretty cool. Oh, gee whiz, look at this one. Over we go. Haven't had a drip in the boat yet. We're just cruising along. It's quiet. I can't hear the water under the hull. I feel extremely safe. See if we can get a better idea of this blade hull again. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of this here. All right, let's get this boat going. So we're gonna just open it up a little bit. See what happens. A little bit of trim, probably a bit much. I do have to be responsible in what I'm doing here. Have a look around. A bit more go. Oh, look at the power. No drums. We're running alongside them now. We're doing 20 knots. We're doing it easy. It's almost unfair in this thing. She loves it. All right, a bit quicker. Look at that, this power. That's a good wave there. I mean, you're not out here in this weather. You're not doing that in a 420 Busta. You're not at home with 20 knots suddenly going, oh, let's go catch a squid. That's not happening. So it's just nice to know that if you are stuck out here on the way home, you can safely and comfortably come home in a nice fashion. The other thing, we've got nice depth at the back here at the transom, so we're not, not worried about the back of the boat, especially up north. Not worried about the crocodiles or anything. We're turning. We're not creating any drag. We're not cavitating. There's my first bit of spray. I just got some then on the turn. So, there you go. I'm actually kind of happy about that. So now we're going to try, I don't know if this first one works. I'm going to try and see if I can just get this hull, just how well that blade hull cuts the water is unbelievable. There's a reason why you buy a Quintrex, and I'm pretty much showing you it right now. They just perform, the resale value. You chuck a Yamaha in the back and you can't go wrong. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. We're here at Streaker Marine, which is in Melbourne, Victoria. We love what we do and we love our customers, and hopefully we can make you one whenever you want to buy your next boat. Again, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Cheers.